We at Farm Fresh want to bring you the freshest of milk, and part of that is delivering them as quickly as possible. The milk-filled bottles are immediately placed into boxes, which are then shrink-wrapped to seal its freshness even further.
Once the milk has been start filling and packing, and will be put inside a chill room condition at 0 to 2 degrees to keep the freshness while waiting for the truck to come.
The stacks are then carefully moved to be loaded in a temperature-controlled transport. These special vehicles keep the milk cool inside, while transporting them to the supermarket across Peninsular Malaysia. The time taken from the cows being milked to the bottle on the shelf is just about 48 hours. That's how fresh our products are. From our farm to your fridge, we do everything we can to keep our products natural, high quality, and fresh. And the result can clearly be tasted. That is the mark of Farm Fresh.
For the organization and knowledge, first of all, Farm Fresh is a local dairy products producer based in Kota Tinggi, Johor. It was established in 2009 by Mr. Loy Tuan E, and 30% of the company owned by Khazanah Nasional Berhad, a Malaysian investment group. Not many knows, but actually Farm Fresh is only a brand under the Holstein Company Malaysia, the very first ever milk company under Malaysian production. Today, Farm Fresh has recorded a total of production of over 12 million litres per year, and now Farm Fresh has over 6 land farms across Malaysia and 2 in Australia. Then we're moving on to the foundation and the founder, Mr. Loy Tuan E, a humble person with great respect for agriculture and nature, grown in a small town in Perak. Mr. Loy found out most dairy products made from reconstituted and powdered milk need to change. He thinks that producing such milk like in the forms of their fake natures should be stopped. As a person with great respect for agriculture, Loy thinks that people need to appreciate the nature. Now we move on to the journey and story of Farm Fresh. The journey of Farm Fresh is not as success as how people imagine it in today's reflection of Farm Fresh reputations. At the beginning phase of the farm business, Loy faced quite a hard challenge when nobody are showing interest in his efforts. Buyers are hardly to come by, plus the strong of other branding than Malaysian locals at the time make Loy's effort become more worthless. Until one day, Khazanah Nasional Berhad heard about Mr. Loy's effort to turn it into a serious business. Since then, they have become a strategic partner for Farm Fresh, and these collaborations has made Farm Fresh to easily be at their peak success like today. And then we moving on to Encik Azmi Zainal, the Chief Operation Officer of Farm Fresh. Azmi in early business made his effort to sell Farm Fresh milk at night market, or we say pasar malam, solely on his own back in the past days. Back in the old time, Azmi only used express bus for his medium of transportation, but still managed to cover lots of areas. Now his contribution has made him become a famous international business figure. And today, his face has become the most famous.
The first country that we choose to market the Farm Fresh product is Indonesia. Indonesia, which has a population of over 275 million, is the fourth most populous nation in the world and the largest Muslim majority nation. We suggest Farm Fresh to export Farm Fresh fresh meat to Indonesia. All of Farm fresh products contain no preservatives and coloring and are freshly packaged. Dear signature farm fresh, 17 types of farm fresh meat products such as fresh meat, skinny milk, farm fresh full cream milk, UHT Harry Jones organic A2 protein fresh meat, Harry Jones fresh meat, lactose free skinny milk, lactose free milk, Yara farm full cream milk, and Yara. There are 17 types of farm fresh meat products such as fresh meat, skinny milk, farm fresh full cream milk, UHT Harry Jones organic A2 protein fresh meat, Harry Jones fresh meat, lactose free skinny milk, lactose free milk, Yara farm full cream milk, and Yara farm. Next, Yara Farm Master Barista Milk, UHT Yara Full Cream Milk, UHT Yara Professional Low Fat Milk, UHT Yara Farm Master Barista Milk, UHT Australian Fresh Milk, UHT Australian Low Fat Milk, UHT Lactose Free Milk, Yara by Farm Fresh UHT. Next, Yara Farm Master Barista Milk, UHT Yara Full Cream Milk, UHT Yara Professional Low Fat Milk, UHT Yara Farm Master Barista Milk, UHT Australian Fresh Milk, UHT Australian Low Fat Milk, UHT Lactose Free Milk. Many Muslim consumers, Indonesia, which has a population of over 275 million, is the fourth most populous nation in the world and the largest Muslim majority nation with a halal certificate of farm fresh. Muslim people in Indonesia will not doubt to consume the dairy products by farm fresh. The demand for dairy products in Indonesia has increased. Due to altering consumer taste and population expansion, demand for dairy products in Indonesia has surged by more than 10% each year over the last 10 years. In Indonesia, the average daily milk production is very low. However, the majority of Indonesia's dairy farms are small, with only 2 or 3 cows on the production side. These manufacturing facilities typically have low productivity and profitability. The average daily milk production per animal is less than 10 liters, and the average time between calving is 18 to 20 months. Domestic production cannot keep up with rising milk demand. As a result, imports of dairy products have steadily increased to meet rising demand. We believe that farm fresh has a high potential to enter the Indonesian market.
Farm fresh differs from its competitors in that it has a network of stockists and home dealers in addition to major format retailer, food service, export and convenience store. Farm fresh features 6 dairy farms were expected to provide 32.7% of its raw milk, 3 processing facilities in Australia and Malaysia, and a multi-channel distribution network that included in-house home dealer program, which is around 30% of sale. Malaysia has a population of roughly 30 million people. Therefore, Farm Fresh could consider extending their export market and abroad activity. Farm Fresh will currently sell dairy products in Malaysia, Australia, Singapore, Brunei, and plans to expand into Hong Kong, Indonesia, and the Philippines. Farm Fresh intends to explore the Hong Kong market compared to the Singapore market. Farm Fresh also consider Indonesia and the Philippines to be attractive market. Now we move to demand of Farm Fresh. Globally, milk and dairy consumption are expected to rise in emerging nations while decreasing in industrialized ones. Domestic milk production in Malaysia is growing slowly, where milk consumption has almost quadrupled between 2011 and 2017, said FAQ 2013 and Kearney from 2010. Malaysia consumes 44 kg of milk per year compared to 25, 18 and 40 kg in Thailand, China and South Korea. representatively. According to the recent consumer study, Malaysia are becoming more worried about their food quality, safety, and nutritional content. Farm Fresh has competitive advantages due to its farm fresh to glass process. Market of Farm Fresh. Farm Fresh has a significant market share in Malaysia for fresh milk and liquid product. Farm Fresh does have a 51% market share in Malaysia, and Farm Fresh also controls 23% of national market. To increase profitability, the company plans to expand its operation in Asia Pacific and develop its product offering. Now we move to the 4Ps. First, we talk about the product. Farm Fresh products are free from preservative and coloring, and they are packed fresh before being delivered to the local store. Next, Farm Fresh practice the farm to shelf in 48 hours. That is the key or the reason for the high freshness score for the drinks. Farm Fresh has 7 product line based on dairies. First, we talk about the fresh milk. Next is flavor milk. Third, Farm Fresh Grow. Fourth is yogurt. 5 yogurt drinks. Next is a plant-based milk, and the last one is a goat milk. Next is price. Farm Fresh company use psychological pricing as well as on the price to encourage their customer. Farm Fresh also determined by demand and the ability to provide a product to the market. Next is Farm Fresh use cost-based pricing, which entails determining a price that matches the cost while still making a profit. Next is price. Farm Fresh company use psychological pricing as well as on the price to encourage their customer. Farm Fresh also determined by demand and the ability to provide a product to the market. Next is Farm Fresh use cost-based pricing, which entails determining a price that matches the cost while still making a profit. So next we talk about the promotion by the Farm Fresh company. First we talk about the personal marketing. So Farm Fresh begin by attempting to sell the milk at the night market, farmers market and supermarket. Farm Fresh proprietor greet guests with a grin to get them to purchase his good. Getting Farm Fresh milk to the market will take much effort. Next, we talk about the sale marketing. Farm Fresh employs sale promotion to advertise the goods, comprising a collection of diverse promotion action for consumer buying to provide anything. Like we can take example of Merdeka Sale. Company decrease the pricing by buying in bulk, so they can offer a special discount to the consumer or the businesses who want to buy in the big amount. So this may entice people to purchase, with indirectly increase the sales for the Farm Fresh company.
Hi, today I will present marketing entry strategy that can be used by Farm Fresh to global their products. First is target market. An essential step in designing a global development strategy is the preference of potential target markets. Farm Fresh employs 4-step procedure for the initial screening process. As we can see in the last step, Farm Fresh determine the total score for each country to get an overall score for each potential country. By using this step, Farm Fresh choose Indonesia over Hong Kong and the Philippines to expand their global market. Next is mode of entry. There are many modes of entry that can Farm Fresh use to global their product. Farm Fresh choose joint ventures because they are possible to enter foreign markets, specifically emerging ones. Indomaret is the best joint venture for Farm Fresh in the global market. FarmFresh used cooperative joint venture as a contract for the partner to cooperate but did not involve any equity investment. The return possibility is a substantial advantage of joint ventures compared to lesser resources duties such as licensing. For representative, FarmFresh contribute products whereas Indomaret provide access to distribution channels. Why Indomaret is the best joint venture for FarmFresh? Indomaret, on the other hand, calculate around 1,500 new stores in 2022 due to increased trust in its overall sales, while it extended 800 new stores this year. Indomaret contribute around 93% to its parent organization, which is 227 billion rupiah cooperative profit from all associates in the first quarter. So it is suitable for FarmFresh to joint venture with Indomaret. Lastly is timing of entry. FarmFresh can be secure to enter the global market because of its increased international experience, as they already sell its dairy product in Malaysia, Australia, Singapore, and Brunei. FarmFresh has a more expensive scope of product even in Malaysia, such as Selangor, Pahang, Johor, and Perak. FarmFresh, for its strong market presence in Malaysia dairy industry and local and regional expansion plans. The business has a dividend policy of 25%. The target price represents a potential return of 13.3% over the IPO price. As we can see, FarmFresh 100% can be expand its product globally because of its stability, and they choose Indonesia as the best country with a high target market. That's all from me. I will pass to next presenter to continue the presentation.
And we move on to the innovative element, the scope that we need to enhance, improve or suggest as for the continuation succeeded of FarmFresh reputations. Some innovative here that we could see from FarmFresh is their accessibility. So when FarmFresh successfully opened their new global market in Indonesia, the efforts of distribute like in Malaysia should be copied for the sake of same successful results. Like I already said, even back in early phase, Mr. Azmi only used express bus but still can cover lots of areas. That's the spirit that we need. Then, when new branch open in Indonesia later, we hope that FarmFresh will do the same thing for the local Indonesian farmers. Support their goods, take them as main supplier, and later the farmers will together strive forward with FarmFresh. And lastly, FarmFresh could also open a new branch of their farms in Indonesian land later. This will be an easy way for FarmFresh to maintain their sustainability in Indonesia later, while opening many job opportunities for the local people. At the same time, Indonesians could proudly claim that FarmFresh is served across the country by the efforts of their local farmers also.